What's up everyone, Erica here, and I'm back today with another video for you. So as you saw by the title, today I am bringing you all a Funko haul. Today's video is in collaboration with my best friend Sariea over at DreamItDIY. She and I are both humongous Funko collectors. It tends to be one of our favorite gifts to gift one another, as you're probably gonna see here in this video. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you all the Funkos that I have been collecting since, I would say, like early January. I did receive quite a number of Funkos for Christmas, so I feel like that might be the last show and tell I did. I did show a few of them as well in my Decorate My Valentine's Day display with me. I will leave that video linked here as well as in the description box. So if you're watching this haul and you're like, whoa, Erica, you've seriously got a problem, you wouldn't be wrong, but please keep this in your mind that this is kind of a collection, a growing collection, okay? And I've been working on this collection since January, so you know, just cut your girl some slack, okay? All right, so without further ado, let's do this thing. So I'm first gonna be showing you all my Disney Funkos because I do have quite a few non-Disney Funkos that are freaking amazing as well. So ironically, the first one that I'm going to be showing you all is one that Sariea gifted to me, and that is this beautiful baby. For those of you that don't know, Remy is one of my all-time favorite characters. Ratatouille is one of my all-time favorite movies. It was super frustrating to me that I didn't start loving Funkos when this one came out because looking for him was a challenge, but Sariea beat the odds, and I'm so glad because I'm so happy to have him in my collection. He's one of my favorites, so I couldn't not have him. Keeping with the theme of chefs here, the next one that I have to show you is another gift, but this one was gifted to me from my friend AJ, and I'm talking about Mr. Figment himself, and this is Chef Figment. I think this was an Epcot Food and Wine exclusive. I don't know how AJ got her hands on this, but she managed to snag one for me as well, and I'm so grateful that she did because he is absolutely precious. He is definitely a favorite of AJ's, so this is just constantly reminding me of my dear friend and that she gifted this to me as well. So this is a special one for me. And it also doesn't hurt that he's holding like a plate of delicious food. He's got something that looks kind of like a Dole Whip, a beautiful cake, a little shrimp, and a taco. So good choices, Figment. Next up, we have the villainous sea witch herself. I'm talking about Ursula. We have her here in all her glory. The detailing of this Funko is amazing. I do love to appreciate the detailing of Funkos versus some other ones that are pretty plain. This one is very detailed. They gave her some wrinkles. Her nails are polished. The little bottom of this Funko, all of her little suctions are showing. It's just amazing detail. Flotsam and Jetsam, of course, have different colored eyes. They just paid attention to this entirely. And of course, along with Ursula, I picked up the silliest seagull there is, Mr. Scuttle himself. I actually do have quite the collection, almost the complete collection of The Little Mermaid. And I guess when I say the complete collection, that's something to know about me as a Funko collector. I don't feel I need like every version of Ariel or every version of anybody. What I like to do for my collections is kind of have each character from the movie, but like in different scenes. I don't think that makes sense the way that I'm explaining it, but like I have Ariel on the Finding Your Voice moment, the movie moment where she's like up on the cliff with the waves in the background. So that is my Ariel for my collection. I don't need her like in the sparkly blue dress, in the sail. I don't need like multiple Ariels. I just mean I have an Ariel, I have King Triton, I have Ursula, and now I have Scuttle. So I definitely need to add Chef Louis and Prince Eric, and then I think my Ariel Little Mermaid collection will be complete. So anyway, back to this guy. I think he is just, the way that they made this Funko of Scuttle is absolutely perfect. Of course, he's holding a dingle hopper. He just looks so know-it-all with his little wing on his hip. You know, he's like, Ariel, it's a dingle hopper, ever heard of it? So I think he's just, his little smirk he's got on his face, he's so funny, so cute. So I love this guy. Next up, we have somebody that I feel like I don't speak about very much, and that is Dr. Facilier. I don't feel like I speak up that much when it comes to villains because they aren't really my favorite. I don't love villains, and I think maybe it's because the ones that I do love are underrated or they don't get that much love. So Dr. Facilier being one of them, I think he might be one of my favorite villains. So I had to get him in Funko form. I know Sariea and I are both super excited to display our villain Funko display for Halloween. So I knew I had to get my hands on him before that season came. So I'm really excited to have him. Of course, he's got his beautiful purple feather coming out of his hat. He's got his mask on, looking very villainous naturally. Sticking with the themes of my favorite underrated villains, probably my all-time favorite villain if the Sanderson sisters don't count, which they kind of do in my opinion. So if they do count to you, they are like my number one, the Sanderson sisters, Hocus Pocus, and then it would be Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove. Emperor's New Groove is easily one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite Disney movies. It's so funny. It's just, I can watch that movie any time of the day. Like, it's great. So I had to get Yzma. She looks so fabulous with her little feathers on the side of her neck. She's got the beautiful little headpiece that she wears. I love that they made her teeth yellow. It's like hilarious to me because of that scene, you know, when they zoom in on her and she's got that huge piece of like broccoli in her teeth.
What is holding this woman together? What the? How long has that been there?
I don't know. I wish they would have put a piece of broccoli in her teeth because that would have been amazing. And she's got her vial of potion. Who knows if it's extract of llama or what. Moving on to what I'm kind of calling my like summer section. I actually have these Funkos out on display right now. So as I mentioned, I did get quite a bit of Funkos for Christmas, and I did do a what I got for Christmas video, so I will leave that linked up here as well as in the description box if you want to see that. But one of the Funkos that I received was Hula Lilo, and once I received that, I knew I had to get her counterpart, which is Hula Stitch. I freaking love him. Like, them two together are just absolutely perfect. I'll try to include a picture of them two like on my display, but I love that they're kind of like in uniform, like they are performing. So of course he has his beautiful little headpiece, his hula skirt, and he's just grinning from ear to ear because he's with his BFF and they're just thrilled to be dancing together. Also in my summer display, I have a Funko that I loved the movie growing up. It was one of my favorite movies. I can't really say the same now, but you'll understand why. I'm talking about Quasimodo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I loved this movie growing up as a kid. I have no idea why, because now the movie is terrifying to me. And it's really sad, so I don't know how I got through that as a kid. I was like obsessed with it. Anyway, so I got Quasimodo. This is the festival Quasimodo. I don't remember the name specifically, but it's him and his, you know, little king getup, the festival winner. I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys. I should have probably looked up the name before. Between this one and the one with him holding like mini Quasi, that one was so depressing. So I was like, I'm gonna go with this one, like festival Quasimodo. He just seems way happier to be here. So, and of course, I had to get his counterpart. Esmeralda. So here we go. This one was also from my best friend Sariea. When I went to visit her, she had her on display right there for me. That's kind of like another little unknown fun fact about me. I love Esmeralda. So I did like the movie growing up, but I still am such a huge fan of Esmeralda. I think she is a stunner. She is so pretty. She's got that like mysterious quality to her. I just think she is everything. I love her color scheme. I actually did a lookbook inspired by Esmeralda, so if you're interested in that, again, I will leave that here and in the description box below. But thank you, Sariea, because I just think she's the most beautiful thing. Next up, we have a Funko that I won on eBay. Obviously, as you're watching this video, you see that all my Funkos are out of the box. I am not a keep the Funkos in the box kind of person. I like my Funkos out of the box, so when I am looking on eBay and I see one for a good price because it doesn't have the box, I'm not turned off by that, I guess. And so that is how I got my hands on Miss Joy here. So Inside Out, again, is another one of my favorite Disney films. So I really, really, really want to collect all of the Inside Out Funkos. Unfortunately, they are pretty expensive, or they're not out anymore. They are on eBay, and that is where I got Joy. She did not have her box, but she's in perfect condition, and I mean, I don't need the box to marvel at her, so I'm really happy that I got her. I guess you can say I'm full of joy. All right, the next Funko that I got is one that I am so happy I pulled the trigger on. I wasn't gonna buy him, but my friends convinced me that I probably should because he was an exclusive, and I am talking about our furry friend, one of our favorite sidekicks, Miko, and of course he came along with Flit. As you can see, I do have my Pocahontas shirt on, but you know, I wouldn't call Pocahontas my favorite princess, but when the movie came out, I was completely obsessed, and she was indeed my favorite princess. I tell Sariea all the time that it does kind of bum me out that, like, if you're not so vocal about something, like, oh my god, Pocahontas is my favorite, Pocahontas is my favorite, Pocahontas is my favorite. If you are not so vocal about something, it's kind of like, oh, Erika doesn't really like Pocahontas. It's like, no, she's not my #1 favorite, so I don't talk about her frequently. So I do really love Pocahontas. I love the film, I love the music. So when I saw this, I had to get them because this is one of my favorite scenes, them eating the berries and him putting one right in Flit's little beak. I just think it's so adorable. I love that Flit's wings actually look like he's mid-flight. We all associate Miko with snacking, and I feel like my friends and family would also associate me with snacking, so it's me. This next Funko that I want to talk to you guys about is one that I was dying to get my hands on, so I'm so glad that I did. Again, another one of my favorite Disney movies that I don't really talk about too much, and I am talking about Zeus himself, Zaddy himself, if you will. I love the movie Hercules, I love Meg, I love Herc, I love their romance that they have, but I also love just the whole story, Pegasus, and I could not pass this up, you guys. Look at Zeus. He just is so handsome and attractive. Again, I need to just calm down because I need to relax. I just think he looks so handsome, but here we have Pegasus in a little cloud, which is, you know, how Zeus makes Pegasus. First, he just builds him out of clouds, and then out pops Pegasus. And keeping with the theme of Hercules, I am so happy to show you guys that I got my hands on this beautiful movie moment of Herc riding Pegasus. I've been wanting this Funko for such a long time, and then I saw that I think it was on sale on Amazon or something like that. I need Meg as a Funko. That is absolutely something that I need. As I mentioned, I love Herc, I love Meg, I love the romance between them. I actually did a Disney bound look on them two as a couple for Valentine's Day, this past Valentine's Day, obviously. Again, I will leave that linked if you're interested, but needless to say, I love them both, and I'm definitely gonna need to add Meg to my collection. I don't know how I'm gonna get my hands on her, but I'm gonna do my best. All right, so if you can believe it, that is the end of all of my Disney Funkos. Next, I'm gonna be showing you my non-Disney Funkos, and I'm gonna start off with my second favorite fandom other than Disney, I guess, and that is going to be Harry Potter. So when I mentioned earlier about having almost a full Little Mermaid collection, but I said I'd like to have the characters from like in different Funko forms, this is kind of what I was referring to. I feel like I have quite a few Harry Potter Funkos, but I want each character in a kind of different form. So I have regular Harry with his wand, but the next one I'm gonna show you is one that I purchased a while ago. I went to a box lunch, and it was, I think, my first time in a box lunch, and I saw this Funko, and it was the last one they had, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna need that. I'm taking that, thank you. And I am talking about this wonderful, incredibly beautiful movie moment of Ron Weasley on the life-size wizard's chest. So yes, I am obsessed with this piece. It's just such a statement Funko. Like, it's got a beautiful little pillar to sit on, but the horse is like live in action and Ron is live in action. Like, you move to, well, I was gonna pretend like I know chess. I don't, so you know what I'm saying. He's directing the pieces to go where they need to be. So this is what I'm referring to. So I will not be purchasing another Ron Weasley like Ron from the Yule Ball or anything like that. I have Ron Weasley in a movie moment, so that's gonna do it for Ron Weasley. I hope I'm making sense. So I couldn't have Harry and Ron and not have the brains of the group, Miss Hermione Granger herself. So here she is again. She's in a different form, not a movie moment, not just plain in her school robes. I have her sitting on a little stool in the Sorting Hat. I think that this Funko is so adorable. Again, plenty of attention to detail. She's hanging on to the little stool for dear life. I'm sure she was wondering what house she was going to be sorted in. This is right before she found out she was going to be in Gryffindor. Spoiler alert. You can see the details that they put in the Sorting Hat. I also find that this gives a good variety with height. Harry is, you know, regular Funko size. She's a little bit bigger because of the chair and the hat. And then Ron is obviously huge because he's a movie moment. So I love that I have different heights, different looks for them. And I don't know, I just feel like they go really well together. Rita over at Enchanted Rita gifted me Hagrid. We did a Funko exchange for our birthdays back in August last year. So again, I will leave that video linked, but she gifted me Hagrid and he is a huge Funko as well. So again, with the height variations, I think it looks great. Now, I feel like I needed 2 more Harry Potter Funkos to kind of complete my, I'll use the air quotes loosely because God knows that I will ever complete any collection. I'll just keep going. To complete my Harry Potter collection, I knew I needed Dumbledore and I knew I needed the Dark Lord. So I have yet to get my hands on Dumbledore because I have one that I really want. I really want him holding Fox, the Phoenix. But I've only seen the gigantic one. I really want them to make that one in a smaller version. That's the one I really have my eyes on. I don't really want him holding baby Harry. Anyway, you don't need to know all of that. But I did get my hands on the Dark Lord and he is adorable. I don't know if that's right for me to say, but I do. I think he's so cute. So again, I didn't want to get just plain Voldemort. Here I have him holding Nagini, his snake, and he's got his wand kind of pointing at her. So I think that again, the detailing on this is amazing. Nagini is wrapped all around Voldemort and she's kind of draped all the way to the bottom. So it's like she helps him stand up a little bit, which is kind of like a metaphor because she really does help him, you know, live. So yeah, they've of course got his little slits in his nose and he's got an adorable little frown. I don't know, maybe that's wrong for me to think he's cute because, you know, I'm a Gryffindor and not Slytherin and whatnot, but I think he's adorable. So I'm so happy to add him to my collection. Now I just need to get my hands on Dumbledore to defeat the Dark Lord. In that Funko exchange that I did with Rita that I just mentioned, she did gift me quite a range of my interests, and one of them was the Dilophosaurus with Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, those are also a huge fandom of mine. I love dinosaurs and I was super excited to expand my Jurassic Park collection. So when I saw this Funko, I knew I needed my hands all over it. Oh, that sounds inappropriate. No, not gonna say that. So when I saw that this was a Funko, I knew that I needed to add him to my collection ASAP, if not sooner. I, of course, am talking about the very good-looking, attractive Dr. Ian Malcolm. So here he is so adorable, so cute. I don't know how a Funko can just be so, I don't want to say sexy because I feel like that's really inappropriate about a Funko. He's got his little shirt unbuttoned a little bit and he's got his silver chain with his blue medallion that he wears. He's got his glasses, his beautiful hair slicked back. Again, the detail is just perfect. I love him. I have him displayed right now with Dennis and the Dilophosaurus. So I need more Jurassic Park Funkos because they need to be a collection for sure. Sariea just brought it to my attention that a new Ian Malcolm Funko was released with him shirtless, sitting on the counter, and I was like, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that Funko. So adding it to my wish list immediately. Okay, so we are down to our last 2 Funkos, you guys, if you can believe it. And they are not Disney because, as I mentioned, we are moving past the Disney category, but I have to say that these might be 2 of my most favorite Funkos in my collection, and that's saying a lot. If you don't know this about me, my husband and I are huge fans of the TV show The Office. It's our favorite show, and we are just, you know, huge Office nerds. We quote it all the time. It's our favorite. So when this Funko was released, my husband was like, you need to buy that. And you need to understand, you watching need to understand that that's a big deal, because my husband isn't really like rah for my Funko collection. So when he told me I need to buy this like right away, I was like on it. You don't have to tell me twice. And I am talking about Prison Mike. So I don't know if you guys watch The Office at home. If you do, you have to let me know in the comments down below. This is just one of the funniest episodes. Michael Scott talking about his experience in prison. The worst part were the Dementors, obviously. There's just so much to be said about this episode, this version of Michael Scott. So we love this. We love this Funko. Like, just the Funko just cracks me up in and of itself. He's amazing. Now, how I was just going on and on and on about how I'm like, I don't need multiple characters in different forms. That is not true when it comes to Michael Scott. I need every Michael Scott that they will ever make, because I am Michael Scott, essentially. Anyway, so I love him. I love him. And last but not least, probably my favorite Funko in my non-Disney collection. Ugh, that's hard for me to say, but it's definitely up there. If it isn't my #1 favorite, it definitely is up there. Again, a fun little fact about me. I love Queen, the band, specifically Freddie Mercury. So for Sariea and my friend-versary, she sent me Freddie. She sent me Freddie. It's Freddie Mercury in his iconic yellow jacket doing his iconic pose with his iconic half of a microphone stand. It's just, it's like, it's everything to me. It's from my best friend. It was for our friend-versary. It is Freddie bleepin' Mercury, and he is just so fabulous. I just love him. They did little marks for his chest hair. His mustache, just the detailing on him is absolutely perfect. I adore him for good reason. I hope that it's self-explanatory why he's a favorite of mine, because he's amazing. All right, you guys, so that is it. That's gonna do it for my Funko haul. There is quite a bit here. I'm so sorry that you had to sit through this super long video. If there's a Funko that you saw that you were like, oh my god, I need that, please let me know in the comment box below. Sariea and I die laughing at how long we can converse about Funkos. We totally go back and forth about like, oh, they need to make this a movie moment Funko, or how is this not a Funko, or oh, they shouldn't have done that one, they should have done this. Like, if you have that kind of conversation with your friends or your family, like, leave it in the comment box below. We can be Funko nerds together. Please don't forget to head over to Sariea's channel. I know that she also has quite a haul for you guys. Between she and I, we are literally gonna own every Funko there is in the world. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I do all kinds of content, Disney content, mom content, lifestyle content, makeup content, all different kinds of content. So if any of those are of interest to you, please be sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave. As always, I wanna thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope to see you back for the next one. Bye.